I recently read and reviewed the excellent novel La Maison Vide by Laurent Mauvignier, which translates as The Empty House. This book just won the Prix Goncourt, which is France's most prestigious prize. This novel was incredible and deserved it, absolutely. And I thought to myself, what are 3 great books that have won this prize? And recently, one of my followers posted in the comments, oh, can you do a video on like what are the 3 best Goncourt winners in recent years? So here we go. One of them is this book called Le Sermon sur la chute de Rome by Jérôme Ferrari, this one in 2012. It translates as The Sermon on the Fall of Rome. It's the story of 2 friends in Paris who decide to open a bar in Corsica. And they want to create like a little community place where people can gather and so on. And it starts off really well. People are getting into it, the community builds and so on. But gradually it all goes tits up and goes super wrong, and the whole thing collapses terribly. And it's also mixed up with their family histories and everything. And it's a discourse on the thinking of Saint Augustine, on how when things collapse around you, when the fall of Rome is around you, you have to kind of keep your senses, keep your life going. And so there's a bit of Christian meditation in there. It's super well done. The second book that won the Prix Goncourt in 2016 is Chanson Douce by Leila Slimani. Fantastic author. I've actually interviewed her for my podcast. Check it out. That was a great interview. The link is in the bio. This is a story of a young Parisian couple who hires a nanny. And I'm not giving away spoilers by telling you it's in the first couple of pages. The nanny murders their kids. And it is the story that explains how this event happened, how this nanny got to this place where she murders the kids. So it's pretty traumatic. If you've got young children, you probably don't want to read this. And then the third Prix Goncourt that I would recommend, which is by far the best, was the one that won in 2021, and that is La plus secrète mémoire des hommes, The Most Secret Memory of Men by Mohamed Mbougar Sarr, who's a Senegalese writer. And this was absolutely phenomenal. It's the story of him, a sort of avatar of himself, young black author in Paris who's hunting for a book that may or may not have existed by a Senegalese writer in the 1930s. And you get the story of the Senegalese and the writer in the 30s, the story of how he's treated in Paris. There are all sorts of forms of racism and imperialism, and how the artistic project, how the creative project is distorted by this framework of colonialism and imperialism. Just an incredible book. So those are 3 books that have won the Prix Goncourt that I really recommend.